Good morning, welcome to the first lean bulking what I eat in a day of 2026. A lot of you guys have been asking for some more meal inspo, so I thought I'd give you some more healthy recipes in this video, as well as some gym tips for beginners or people who are just getting into the gym, because I know at this time of year there's so much conflicting information online, so I want to give you some tips that are actually valuable throughout this video. So look in, stay tuned. There's going to be loads of little gems here and there, and I'm also going to share with you what I eat in a day. Obviously that's the main point of the video. As a little disclaimer, all of the recipes in this video are just for inspiration. Don't take my diet and eat it and expect to get the same results as I do in the gym, because we're all different. You're gonna need different calories and macros than I do to reach your goals. And yeah, this is just inspiration. I will be putting the calories and macros on screen for each of the meals though, just so that you know kind of how I distribute it throughout the day. But yeah, this is getting cold, so breakfast. I learned this really smart meal prep hack from my mum the other week, but basically what you do is you batch cook your meals and then you put them in these bags, so like it stacks well in the freezer. Then when you need it, you can just take it out, you defrost it, and you can put it in the slow cooker or the oven or wherever you're putting it. And that, like, the way it saves so much space in the freezer is actually insane. So you don't need all of the boxes and they're not all over the place. And it's also easier to clean, like less washing up. And I just thought it was pretty cool. Okay, so I had an absolute breakthrough last week, right? So it's taken me over 10 years to find a bun that actually stays in during a workout and doesn't have 101 pins in it. Because like my hair is super thick, so I need something that's gonna be structurally sound and allows me to lift or do whatever I'm doing, because I've only been training for around 4 years now, but I used to do gymnastics. So when I did a bun then, we had the little donut things and then you just stuck loads of pins in it so it actually stayed in. However, I didn't really like that style of bun. I wanted something a bit messier, but when it's messy, I feel like it's harder to make it stay in. Or so I thought. So if you've been looking for the perfect messy bun for the gym, look no further, this is it. First, I've got bangs, so I'm just gonna take them out. Then I like to brush up the bottom. The top I prefer to leave a little bit more messy, so I'll just pull that together with my hands. And you're just gonna tie it in a regular high ponytail. Toss, toss. Okay, this is where the magic happens. You're gonna grab yourself another hair tie. You want it to be quite a stretchy hair tie. Make sure it's one of the ones that doesn't have metal on it. And if you mess up, don't worry, we can restart. So you're gonna grab your hair tie, grab your ponytail with one hand, bring the hair tie up and over the top, put your hand through the hair tie, then using your wrist, you're gonna swish the hair up and over the top. Okay, keeping hold of this bit, you're gonna do the same again. So up and over the top. Make sure the hair gets through. Then this is kind of the tricky bit. So you want to grab the hair tie that's around your wrist and bring that over the part that you're holding on to. Like that. Then if you've got longer hair like me, you can grab these end bits and just sort of wrap it round. Grab yourself a bobby pin. You might not need them. Like the first time I did this, I didn't actually need it and it stayed in all day. But sometimes just using a couple can help keep it a bit more secure. And there you go, the perfect messy bun for your workouts. And this is well tested. It survived leg day, it survived upper body day, it survived full body day. I've not tried it for sprints. Let me know if you want me to report back on that. But there's not that many steps to it, so once you know how to do it, it's gonna become your next go-to. But yeah, I have found it works better if you're doing it the day before hair wash day or the day of hair wash day. I washed my hair yesterday, so this is fresh. Might need an extra pin for that bit, but you know, it's not too bad. It's a messy bun. One of the most underrated tips that I have for beginners in the gym is make sure that you're wearing something that makes you feel comfortable, like including your hairstyle, because if you're not feeling comfortable in the gym, then you're not going to be as confident. And stepping into the gym for the first time is a big deal anyway. Like, it's a whole new environment. If you're starting in January, it can often be pretty busy and a little bit intimidating. So wearing something you feel comfortable and confident in can actually go such a long way to just help you ease into it. Honestly, I have so many tips for people starting the gym, and I have made some other videos, so I'll make sure to link those. But another one of the most important things that you need to be doing if you're just starting the gym is find a plan and stick to it. There's no point in just going in, trying random exercises every time you want to do a workout and then calling it a day. Yeah, of course it's great to try out different things and get to know different bits of equipment, but you should leave that for like the first week. After the first week, I want you to choose a plan and stick to it, because when you are sticking to the same plan for at least 6 to 8 weeks, you're gonna be able to see some initial progress with that. But if you keep changing things up every single week, then you're not going to be able to progress in those exercises and you're not going to get as much results as you possibly could. The thing for me when I was starting the gym, right, is that I wanted to try every single exercise that ever existed because I was like a kid in Disneyland. I was just so excited to try new things, learn new things, and every single workout I would have like 13 different exercises, which is way too much. 4 to 6 well-chosen exercises per session is enough to help you see progress. You can have a few more than that if you want, especially if your workouts are full body workouts, because just naturally, if you want to be working every single muscle group in your body, you might need a few more. But if you're reaching the 13 mark, that's kind of pushing it a bit. As a beginner, after you've warmed up, never skip your warm up. I would typically recommend putting your compound lifts near the start of your workout and leaving your isolation exercises to the end. To keep it simple, compound lifts are your exercises that use multiple muscle groups or multiple joints. So these are the big lifts like squats, deadlift, bench press, lunges, Bulgarian split squats, things like that. And then your isolation exercises are ones that only focus on one muscle group. So things like bicep curls, tricep extensions, cable kickbacks. Isolation exercises aren't going to put as much stress on your central nervous system as compound exercises, and they're going to be a lot safer to hit failure on, which is why we want to leave them to the end. Because if you're putting all your isolation exercises at the start of your workouts, then you are using all of the energy that you're going in the gym with, essentially just to work one muscle at a time. So for now, we want to be keeping our big compound lifts to the start of our workouts. When you've got the most energy, it's going to be safer for you to push harder in those exercises. And because compound exercises use multiple muscle groups, they're going to get you more bang for your buck. So if you can push harder in them, then you're going to get more results. As you get more advanced in the gym, we can start switching things up with your technique by putting some isolations near the start to sort of pre-fatigue muscles or help improve mind-to-muscle connection and things like that. But right now, as a beginner, I don't want you to stress about that. Let's keep the compounds to the start and leave the isolations to the end for now. But what about workout splits? Sophie, what's a workout split? I'm glad you asked. Basically, your workout split is just what muscle groups you're working on which day. So for example, a 3-day full body split would mean you're training full body, so all of the muscles in your body 3 times a week. You want at least 48 to 72 hours before training the same muscle group again. So a good way to organize a 3-day full body split throughout your week would be Monday, train full body, Tuesday, rest day, Wednesday, train full body, Thursday, rest day, Friday, train full body, Saturday, Sunday, rest day, and then you'd restart. Typically, when I'm coaching clients who are just getting into the gym, I usually recommend either a 3-day full body split or a 3-day upper lower full body split. Or if they have a really jam-packed schedule, I'll also recommend just a 2-day full body split, which is still enough to help you get initial results. With the 3-day upper lower full body split, you don't need a full rest day between each of your workouts because lower body days and upper body days, you're not focusing on the same muscle group 2 days in a row. So what you could do is Monday lower body, Tuesday upper body, Wednesday rest, Thursday full body, Friday rest, Saturday, Sunday rest. Or you could include some cardio at the weekend as well. It really depends on you, your goals, what you like, what you dislike. And that's the fun thing about fitness, is your fitness journey is completely individual to you. You've got to find the workouts that you enjoy, what kind of activities light you up, and you actually get excited about going in to train that day. That's why every single one of my coaching clients' plans are completely different, because they're tailored specifically to them. And that goes for their meal plans as well, because as you already know, what works for one person might not work for the next person, which is why taking your fitness journey as your fitness journey is so important, and you shouldn't compare it to anyone else. So I'll share some more gym tips in a bit, but if you want a beginner-friendly workout split, I have already made one and walk you through all the workouts, which I'll link above. Don't click off this video yet, you can go and watch it after. But it's leg day for us today, which is super exciting. And let's get some food before then though. I want to go to the gym in a time where it's a little bit quieter, which is kind of midday, because January, you know, January is January, so it's going to be busy, but let's go. If you've not tried protein hot chocolate before, you've got to try it while it's still winter. So I'm going to show you how to get it perfect every time, because if you make it wrong, then it can turn out all lumpy. So you got to make it right. First, you're going to add 150 to 200 mils of cold water to your shaker, put your protein powder in and shake it like a normal protein shake. Pour that in your mug and then slowly add the boiling water while stirring at the same time. You've got to make sure that you're stirring it, otherwise it will go lumpy. I use the Soon protein powder from Protein Works, which works really well. And if you leave it to sit a bit, it leaves a little layer of kind of froth on the top, which is so nice. And that is it. So pretty simple. And then to complete my snack, I also had some sourdough and a kiwi.
We the children of light, and we will never let up. Never giving up fight, yeah. We didn't make it through the night, yeah. Done the crawling all night. But keep your head up, Charlie. We were made for this life, yeah. Wait to see how we rise up. We've been down for too long, waiting for a come up. Better days around the corner. All the pain made us stronger, yeah. We aim for the long run. Keep on surviving in this war for no reason. Now we changing the season, yeah. Storm is over now. Storm is over now. Me, I say storm is over now. Storm is over now. Storm is over now. Me, I say storm is over now. Storm is over.
Guess what? The bun stayed in the whole workout. What did I tell you? I should probably hold this closer to my face. I've got some client coaching work to do and then a bit of editing. But first of all, I just want to say, like, for anyone who's just starting the gym and you're a little bit nervous about going because it's going to be too busy, or you just feel a bit overwhelmed at the thought of stepping into the gym because you don't know what to do, you don't know what workouts to do or what exercises to include in your routine. First of all, stop, take a step back, breathe. The fact that you're a little bit nervous about it is a good thing because it shows that you care. It shows that you're serious about your health and fitness, and that is so important because if you don't have your health, then that is going to limit you in so many areas of life. So taking this step, even though it is a step out of your comfort zone, is going to change the entire rest of your life. The moment you step out of your comfort zone is the moment you're stepping into growth. You're choosing to better yourself. You're choosing to show up at the gym and learn new things, even if it's a bit scary and you might feel a little bit silly trying out new exercises. That is completely normal. We all start somewhere, and I want you to remember that. Starting your fitness journey is honestly the hardest part, but once you get in the gym, once you're getting into routine, you've got your workout plan, you know what you're doing with your nutrition, things like that, then you're good to go. It's going to get a lot easier from there because you're not going to have to think about things as much. It's just a matter of building those healthy habits and then keeping the momentum going. It's kind of like if you're pushing a bowling ball down a hill, it takes a little bit of effort to get it going down the hill initially, but then once it's rolling, it is rolling and it's really hard to stop it. So once you get going on your fitness journey, once you're in your routine, you know what you're doing, then the healthy habits that you've built are actually going to be harder for you to stop than if you were to just keep going with them. So that's the point we want to get to. But for now, remember that because you're stepping out of your comfort zone, this part is the hardest part. Once you're over this hill, it's going to get so much easier. So keep going. You've got this. But if you do want a bit more help on your fitness journey, then it is completely okay to ask for help. It's actually usually the smart thing to do because I've seen so many people start the gym thinking they can do it on their own, then they've already fallen off by February. It's just such a shame because they have so much potential that they're not managing to unlock just because they didn't have that one thing that they were missing, whether that was accountability, whether that was a sustainable nutrition plan or workouts they actually enjoyed. There was one thing that was missing for them which made them stop and quit altogether. So if you do want more help on your fitness journey, then I'd love to help you out. I do have more one-to-one coaching spaces available which you can apply for in the description, but that includes a completely tailored workout plan and nutrition plan to you, your body and your goals, also your schedule and your likes and dislikes, because as we already know, if you don't enjoy it, you'll be able to stick to it, and then what's the point? And then we also have weekly check-ins for accountability, and you can message me 24/7 if you're ever struggling with anything. So if that sounds like something you benefit from, then make sure to apply in the description, and I'm super excited to get the opportunity to help you toward your goals. Speaking of coaching, I've got a few client things to pick up right now, but then I'll see you at dinner. Please excuse the questionable outfit choice right now. I was cold, so now I'm not. I'll share the total calories and macro breakdown for this full day of eating in a bit, but I feel like I've not really talked about lean bulking in this video, so I probably should. If you've been around my channel for a while, you will know that basically my entire fitness journey has just been lean bulking. And at the end of last year, or sort of from summer till close to December, I had a bit of a break. I was just doing a bit of maintenance because I got to the point where I physically could not eat anymore. Like, I'm telling you, I've tried all the things, but I had some digestion issues and it wasn't fun. So I took a little bit of a break, did a little bit of maintenance, and now we're just slowly getting back into the lean bulk. So it's going okay so far. Like, I'm not struggling as much with digestion anymore, which is such a win. And sometimes our bodies do need that break. Like, if you've been pushing for months on end, like I've been doing, taking a break can actually be the smart thing to do because it gives you a bit of a reset, and then after the reset, you can get back into it. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. And the goal now isn't to gain a whole load of weight, it's just to gain really slowly and steadily. So nothing crazy. And I've been seeing good progress for the last month, so I'm happy with where I'm at right now. I'm definitely the most confident and comfortable in my body that I've ever been. So yeah, all around great. It's just going to be a matter of locking in and continuing with the momentum that we've built. So that is pretty much it from the lean bulk update. If I had to give you 3 of my top tips on lean bulking, number 1 would be liquid calories, because it's going to take up less space in your stomach. You'll be able to get more calories in. Just make a really calorie dense smoothie, and that can be a cheat code. Number 2 is also to do with the calorie density and the volume of the foods that you're eating. So if you're choosing foods that are lower volume but higher calories, then you'll be able to fit more in and you won't feel as full. So things like nuts, fatty fish, olive oil, full fat dairy instead of low fat dairy. Sometimes, like personally, I have run into issues like eating full fat dairy will mess with my stomach, so I tend to go for the lower fat options just because I can actually eat it better. So it might take a little bit of knowing these things for yourself, but in general, if you do struggle to eat enough, then opting for those lower volume food options can be super helpful. And number 3 is make sure that you're spacing your meals out throughout the day. I don't know about you, but I used to just sort of save all of my calories till the evening. Well, not all of them, a lot of them. Mostly because I forgot to eat a lot of the time. But if you're really being intentional about it, split up your daily calories throughout the day into 4 to 6 separate meals or snacks, because that is going to allow you to eat more over the course of the day. You're not going to be feeling super full, like having to cram everything in one big meal. And also looking at it from a protein standpoint, it's better to split up your total daily protein into separate meals throughout the day, because you're going to be giving your body more opportunities to increase that level of muscle protein synthesis, which is the process your body goes through to build new muscle tissue. So even if you're not hungry first thing when you wake up in the morning, try and get something in. That could be a smoothie. You could put some protein powder in there. Make it count, because if you can distribute those calories a little bit more evenly throughout the day, you're going to make your life a bit more easy for yourself. So here's the total calories and macros from today. But if you do want more help and you're trying to gain weight and build muscle or do a lean bulk of your own, I do actually have a whole playlist that I know you're going to find super valuable. It's everything that I wish I knew when I started lean bulking. So check out this playlist next. Subscribe, we're on the road to 100k. Love you so much. I'll see you there.